Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So the next big festival coming is Janmashtami, Shri Krishna Janmashtami. So Krishna, when he comes down, he is called Avatar. Avatar means one who descends down. Avatar. One who comes down. Not that if you go from your first floor to down, you will be Avatar. One who descends from the spiritual world to this material realm by his own free will. Krishna comes by his own sweet will. Does not fall down. By his own sweet will. So he's called Avatar. And like this there are many avatars. Ram Avatar, Parshuram Avatar, Vaman Avatar, Vara Avatar. Unlimited, millions of avatars are there. Not just 10 or 21. Lord Brahma gives a very easy way to count the number of avatars. He says, go to the ocean, sit at the beach, and count the number of waves. As many waves, that many avatars. Unlimited, cannot even count. So many avatars. So when Bhagavatam describes some of the avatars in a list, Sutta Goswami says this Krishna, who is part of the list of avatars, is actually not an avatar, he is an avatari. He is the source of all incarnations. Krishna's tu Bhagwan Swayam. He is the original supreme personality of Godhead. All incarnations, all expansions emanate from Krishna, the absolute truth, Janmadi Asya Yataha. So that Krishna, who is source of all incarnations, who is source of all Vishnu Tattvas, who is source of all Vishnu forms, who is source of all expansions, who is the origin of all origins, who is the cause of all causes, Janmadi Asya Yataha. That Krishna appears in this world very rarely, once in one day of Brahma, once in millions of billions of years. So that he did 5,000 years before. He came down for many reasons. One of them being popular reason, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkrita. To protect his devotee sadhu and to destroy the demonic people, asuras, dushta, dushkritina. So he comes down out of his love for his sadhus, for his devotees. But Krishna is eternal. He doesn't take birth. He appears. But because he appears as a human boy, human baby, as a pastime, so we call it birth. But actually he is unborn, without birth. Ajanma. But we celebrate his Janmashtami. Just like in Melbourne now, you cannot see sun in the sky, possibly. You can see tomorrow morning. So when tomorrow morning you see sun in the sky, you cannot say, oh, sun took birth, see, sun is taking birth. No, sun is there even now, just we can't see with our eyes. In the same way, just Krishna is always present eternally. We can't see. So those who can start seeing They call that day birth, like Devki and Vasudev and Mathura and Gokul Vasis. They start seeing him on a particular day. So they celebrate that day as birth, Janmashtami. But he is present before that day and before that day and eternally. He is always present, just that he is not visible in front of our eyes. So it's called appearance day of Krishna, the day he appears on earth planet. Not actually birth like human or animals take birth. So 5,000 years before Mother Earth, she saw that there are many kings who are so powerful, asuras, and they are harassing the subjects. Like Kansa, Jarasandh, Banasur, Narkasur, Putana, Aghasur. They were very powerful. And they were using their power to torture and harass the weaker section of the society. So she was not happy. She is mother. If a mother has two children, she loves both. But if one child is having more strength than the other child, and the strong child harasses the weak child, then mother will not be happy. Strength, whether it is bodily strength or strength of age or wealth or position, should not be used to harass and torture a weak person. Our strength we should use to help the weak person grow up in life. Our seniority, our money, our whatever position we have, we should use so that the weaker person in front of us grows in life. That is the purpose of strength. But if we use to subdue or harass or torture or manipulate or abuse or exploit, then that's sinful. Then Krishna will punish us. Mother Nature will punish us. Our strength will be taken away from us. So Mother Earth saw kings like Kamsa and Jarasandh, they are misusing their strength and torturing the people. So in form of a cow, she went to Lord Brahma with tears in eyes requesting for help. And Lord Brahma took her and all the demigods to Vishnu and prayed to him. And Vishnu said, don't worry, Krishna is going to incarnate. So you all go and take birth in pious families and assist Krishna in his pastimes. And that is how, there's a story which you must know, that Krishna came as a son of Devaki and Vasudeva. Devaki is sister of Kans, and her marriage is happening with Vasudeva, who is son of Shurasen, one of the another kings. And on the wedding day, Kamsa, the brother of Devaki, is driving the chariot and carrying the bride and bridegroom, the sister and brother-in-law, Devaki and Vasudeva, to their home. And there is a Akashvani, there is a voice from the sky which says, Kamsa, you are a fool. You are carrying Devaki, the same Devaki, her 8th son will kill you. And Kamsa is so cruel, he wants to kill Devaki right at that moment. But Vasudeva somehow pacifies Kamsa and tells, don't worry, I will give all the sons of Devaki to you. And Kamsa gets pacified because Vasudeva's word of honor. Vasudeva is a very good character, honest, truthful personality. He is known for keeping his commitments and word of honor. So when the first son is born, Vasudeva takes the first son and gives to Kamsa. And Kamsa eventually kills that first son and arrests Vasudeva and Devaki. So like the 6 sons are born. And all the 6 sons, as soon as they are born, Vasudeva kills. The 7th son is Balaram. He comes in the womb of Devaki. Then Krishna in Golok Vrindavan calls Yogamaya. Yogamaya is the internal potency of Krishna who arranges all the pastimes. And Krishna tells Yogamaya, transfer the child in the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, another wife of Vasudeva, staying as of now in Gokul Vrindavan with Nanda Maharaj. And that's Balramji. He gets transferred to Rohini's womb, and Devaki appears to have a miscarriage. Then Krishna appears in the heart of Vasudev. From heart of Vasudev, Krishna is transferred to the heart of Devaki. And when he is present in the heart of Vasudev and Devaki, they both are so joyful and they both glow. Devaki is glowing and effulgence is coming from her body. And then from heart of Devaki, Krishna transfers himself to the womb of Devaki. She becomes pregnant with Krishna. And Kamsa, when he sees pregnant Devaki, she is shining like fire. He understands the 8th pregnancy, Vishnu has come. And at appropriate time, at midnight, on the day of Janmashtami, Ashtami Tithi, Krishna appears outside Devaki's womb with 4 hands, smiling face, and wearing crown, golden helmet, crown, and nice ornaments, and Vaijayanti garland, and dhoti, and 4 hands carrying Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. No child is born with 4 hands. No child is born smiling. No child is born with grown body. No child is born with clothes and ornaments and garlands and weapons and helmet and speaking. This shows that birth is transcendental. So Krishna appears as Vishnu, 4-handed Vishnu. And Vasudeva and Devaki, they become so joyful. They offer obeisances and prayers to Vishnu. And then Vishnu says that I appeared in this form. Krishna says, I appeared in this form so that you are no longer fearful. Don't worry. I will transfer myself as a baby. And then you, Vasudeva, take me to Gokul Vrindavan. Then it becomes a baby, and Devaki puts Krishna in a basket, and automatically the jail doors, the prison doors open, and the shackles of Vasudev's body are removed, and the guards sleep, and he carries Krishna in the basket from Mathura to Gokul. All the Mathura Vasis are sleeping. It's a very auspicious moment when Krishna appears. There is full moon in the sky. You see, Ashtami day, there is no full moon. It's Purnima day, the full moon is there. But on Ashtami day, there was a full moon in the sky because moon god, he was very happy that Krishna has come in my family dynasty. Chandra Vamsh. Ramchandra came in Surya Vamsh, Surya dynasty. Krishna came in Chandra Vamsh, moon dynasty. So moon god was very happy. So he came full. And the stars were blinking, and very pleasant breeze was flowing, and so many nice fragrance of flowers was in the air, and the ocean was very calm, and all the brahmanas and devotees, their heart were very joyful, and all the animals, they were not violent and not envious, and all were coexisting together, and flowers were blooming. So it was very, very joyful, pleasant atmosphere in the sky, in the earth, and in the hearts of living entities when Krishna appeared. And it was raining, and there is Yamuna river between Gokul, Vrindavan and Mathura, which Vasudeva has to cross. So Krishna was in the basket and he was crossing the river, which was flooded already. It was very challenging to cross the river. And then because it was raining and the baby was getting wet, so Anand Sheshnag, snake form of Sankarshan, he came as an umbrella to take care of the baby, to serve Krishna. And as Vasudeva was going inside the river, walking, there was so much water. At one time, baby Krishna fell down from the basket in the waters, and it was dark. And Vasudeva became mad that where is Krishna? Where is my son? He started jumping in the river and searching for Krishna. He became mad, crying with tears in his eyes. And finally he saw Krishna and he grabbed him and again put him in the basket very carefully. This is his intense love for Krishna. Devotees, when they meet Krishna, they are joyful. But when they get separated from Krishna, they become very painful. That is nature of love. Intense love for Krishna. So finally he reached the house of Nanda Maharaj, who was his friend. At midnight, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, he is going to the house of his friend as a thief. And he goes to the room of Yashoda Maiya, his friend's wife. And Yashoda Maiya has just now delivered a baby. And after delivering up the baby, she is so tired due to labor pain and delivery. She goes unconscious. She knows a baby is born, but she does not know whether a boy is born or a girl is born. She couldn't see. So baby girl was born, Yogamaya. So Vasudeva kept Krishna baby boy there and took baby girl and returned back to Mathura. Now we see Vasudeva, who is such a good character, honest person, who is known, well known, reputed for his good character and honesty. How can he do so immoral activity? First of all, he broke the prison. He came out. He went to the house of his friend at midnight in the bedroom of his friend's wife and exchanged the baby so that my baby boy is safe and the baby girl of my friend is killed by Kans. This is very immoral. What to speak about any other person? For Vasudeva, this is very immoral activity to do for a devotee. What would have happened if Vasudeva was caught by any citizen of Mathura outside the prison or by guards? What would have happened if Nanda Maharaj saw Vasudeva in his house at midnight? What would have happened if some residents of Nanda Maharaj's house would have seen Vasudeva going or coming out of Yashoda Maiya's bedroom? What a big scandal it would have been. So why did Vasudeva underwent all these actions or immorality? Because Krishna told him he was ready to put his reputation at stake. This is devotee who loves Krishna and is ready to do things beyond morality, beyond ordinary good and bad. That's devotional service. Transcendental devotional service is beyond ordinary good and bad. So for service of Krishna, Vasudeva is ready to go even beyond moral values. Of course, that doesn't mean we imitate this. We are not Vasudeva. We should follow the rules and regulations of Varnashram and the local laws where we stay as a good character, honest citizens. So Vasudeva exchanged the babies and he went back, waiting for Kamsa to come. And now Krishna is on the bed with Mother Yashoda, small baby form, and Yashoda Maiya is unconscious, sleeping. After some time, Krishna started crying like a baby cries. And Yashoda Maiya, her sleep broke and she woke up. She heard the cry of the baby and she saw such a beautiful boy with blackish, bluish skin color, so attractive, with small lotus-like eyes and thick black curly hair and small nose and reddish lips and small leaf-like fingers and soft hands and legs and tummy and thighs. So beautiful. There were tears flowing from her eyes and her voice choked up seeing such a beautiful boy, and her body was trembling in ecstasy. Her sari became wet with her breast milk seeing so beautiful Krishna out of love, and she was not able to decide whether he is blue diamond or blue lotus flower, because Krishna was so beautiful and soft like a lotus flower, and so shining and beautiful like a diamond. So she was thinking, this my boy is like a blue diamond. No, he's like a blue kamal, blue lotus flower, soft and beautiful. So she was very happy and surprised that she is, Yashoda's skin color is fair and Nanda Mahara's skin color is also fair. So a fair husband and fair wife, they giving birth to a black boy, a blue boy is not normal. So she was a bit surprised that we got a blackish boy, but she was very happy. Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj, they got first child after almost 50 years of their marriage. She was above 50. So they were waiting to have a child and they got after 50 years. So she was additionally happy. And what to speak about having Krishna as your son. So she was so happy that she was bent on the bed. Krishna is lying down like this and she was bent like this, seeing her boy and observing small parts of his body which are so attractive, eyes, small ears, small nose, small lips. And when she was bent on Krishna, seeing him, tears were coming in her eyes. What are the first words she spoke? What did she say? So when she was bent over Krishna, she said, "Get out! Get out! Bahar jao! Get out!" This is the first word she spoke, get out. What is happening is, when she was bent over Krishna, she saw her own body reflected on Krishna's body. You see, Krishna's skin is sleek like a mirror. Krishna's cheeks are sleek like mirror. You can see your own reflection. Krishna's whole body is sleek like a mirror. So when she was bent over Krishna, she saw her own reflection. So she thought some witch, some Dayan has attacked my boy. In villages, this is common where ghosts or witches would attack children. So she saw some Dayan, some witch has attacked my boy. So she said, "Get out! Get out!" And then she realized, actually it's my own reflection on the body of my baby. My baby is so beautiful. And in ecstasy, she was continuously taking darshan of Krishna. And all this noise all this sound was heard by some elderly Brahmana ladies who were staying in the palace, taking care of Yashoda during pregnancy. They came rushing in, hearing the baby's cry. And they came and saw a baby boy is born, a prince is born, a Rajkumar is born. They were very happy. They were all waiting for a boy so that after Nanda Maharaj we get a king. Our king has a boy who will become the next king and he will protect us and maintain us and take care of the kingdom of Vrindavan. So they were very happy in ecstasy. And so beautiful boy with so beautiful bodily parts and soft hands and legs. They were very happy. They told Yashoda, "Yashoda, pick him up, feed him breast milk, feed him milk." Baby is crying. And as soon as baby cries, he needs milk. That's why he cries. And mother should feed milk. And any mother is very happy feeding her milk to Krishna. Feeding her baby milk, feeding her milk to her baby. That's very joyful activity. That's love. So the elderly Brahmana ladies, they are requesting Mother Yashoda, "Please pick him up and feed your milk." But Yashoda Maiya is not doing that. Yashoda Maiya is epitome of Vatsalya Ras. She is the best mother in the universe. She is highest. She loves her baby like anything. But she doesn't pick up Krishna. She wants to pick up Krishna, but she is afraid. She is hesitating. She thinks that this baby is so soft, Krishna is so soft, and my breast and my lap is so hard, the baby will feel pain if I pick up baby. And that's true. Krishna's body is so soft. You have touched butter, anybody? Butter? Butter is so soft, like that is Krishna's body. If you take butter and you touch your finger on butter, don't put a pressure, don't apply force, just touch your finger on butter. What happens? The finger goes inside butter. Butter is so soft that just by touching our finger goes inside. Krishna's body is exactly like that. If you touch Krishna's body going Golok Vrindavan, your whole finger will go inside his body. Is so soft. Just bring some lotus or rose petals, very soft rose petals. You seen very soft rose petals? Imagine you collect many rose petals, very soft, and go to Golok Vrindavan and do Abhishek of Krishna, pour on Krishna. How will you feel? So nice. How will Shyam Sundar feel? He will feel some iron rods have been put in my body. He is so soft that even rose petals and lotus petals are like iron rods for him. He is so soft. Krishna's body is so soft. And we want Krishna to appear in our heart, to take birth in our heart. But if our heart is hard, then it will be painful for him. So in order for us to have a successful desire fulfilled, that Krishna comes in my heart, we should make our heart soft. Soft heart means soft qualities, being tolerant, compassionate, forgiving, honest, humble, truthful, clean, peaceful, self-control, austere, wise. These are soft qualities which we should cultivate. Vaishnava qualities, sadhu bhushan, the ornaments of a sadhu, the ornaments of a devotee are his qualities. He is attractive because of his qualities. So when we have these soft qualities, then our heart is soft. And then it's a place ready for Krishna to reside. On the Janmashtami, when Krishna is taking birth, we should make our heart ready for Krishna to take birth in our heart by cultivating these soft qualities. Speaking lies, cheating and lust and anger and greed and envy and pride and illusion, these are hard qualities. Violence and duplicity and diplomacy. And these hard qualities will make our life hard, life full of struggle. People around us will be frustrated and unhappy dealing with us. And Krishna would not like to reside in a hard heart. So we should make our heart soft. Just like Krishna steals butter and gopis use yogurt to make butter. Krishna doesn't steal yogurt. He steals butter. Why doesn't he steal yogurt? Every day for 2-3 hours gopis churn yogurt into butter. If Krishna steals yogurt, then gopis 2-3 hours is saved. Every day morning gopis are making butter so that Krishna can steal. But the reason Krishna steals butter instead of yogurt is because yogurt is hard. Dahi, curd is hard. Butter is soft and Krishna prefers soft butter than hard yogurt. So every day morning for 2-3 hours gopis churn their yogurt to make butter, soft butter for Krishna to steal. In the same way, every day morning we should chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Every day we should do this 16 rounds of chanting without offenses, minimum 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, so that our heart, which is hard, which is unclean, which is impure, becomes soft for Krishna to steal, for Krishna to reside. When we chant and hear Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That's the most important thing to do. When you chant, you hear the holy name goes out of your lips. And where does it go? In the air. No, the holy name should go in the whole of the ear. And there is a path from whole of ear to the heart. So the holy name from mouth cannot go to the heart. Or mouth cannot go to the nose. Holy name has to be captured from mouth to the ears. From ear, the sound goes to the heart. And the holy name goes in the heart and magic happens. The heart becomes purified. And the soul residing in the region of the heart realizes, I am servant of Krishna. That's called self-realization. This self-realization which occurs in the heart is only possible through the sound of the holy name. And the sound of the holy name can only enter the heart through one way, and that's the ear. So when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam class, read Srimad Bhagavatam, or when we chant the holy name, we should keep our ears open. We should hear the holy name. We should hear Bhagavatam from sadhus, so that that sound enters the holes of the ears and goes into the heart, and miracle happens. Cheto darpana marjanam. So such a wonderful process is available to us, where you can sit comfortably at your own location in the house and chant the holy name and become self-realized. No longer going to the forest and performing penance, no longer learning Sanskrit mantras and performing swaha, yagya, no longer becoming big pujaris in temples. Just chant the holy name of Krishna and hear Srimad Bhagavatam, and Krishna is ready to come in your heart. So we should act on this information that yes, this Janmashtami I want to invite Krishna in my heart. So let me chant without offenses attentively every day, minimum 16 rounds of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This is a gift of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu given to us. And in that soft body of Krishna is soft heart of Krishna. In that soft heart of Krishna, soft Vaishnavas, pure devotees stay. And if we hurt pure devotees, we hurt Krishna's soft heart. That's called Vaishnava Aparadh. That's offense. And if we do that, then we will never get bhakti. Then Krishna will never come in our heart. So for bhakti, we need to be very careful not to offend devotees, not to hurt the heart of devotees, not to be violent or insulting or criticizing or obstructing their service. So in that way we protect our bhakti. So all the ladies are requesting Mother Yashoda, pick him up, and finally finding so much encouragement, very carefully she picks up baby Krishna and starts providing her breast milk. And Krishna is so hungry for her milk. Actually, Krishna is hungry for love, and that milk is Mother Yashoda's love. So Krishna starts sucking the milk, and now baby is very close to her, and she can see the small eyes and nose and ears and small fingers, and she's in ecstasy. At one point she sees on the chest of the baby white. She thought some of her milk drops have fallen there and there's a milk stain. So she takes her sari to wipe, but it doesn't goes away, and she realizes it's not a milk stain, it's a grey hair. Krishna has a white hair on the chest in the baby form. No baby has hair. And if a baby has hair, it has to be black, not white. Krishna has a silver hair, and then she says a golden hair. On one side of chest, Krishna has a silver hair, and one side she has a golden hair. Shri Vatsa, referring to the presence of Lakshmi Devi and Brahmanas. Krishna gives his wife Lakshmi and his pure Brahmanas on his chest. He embraces them. So symbolically, a white hair and a golden hair is always present in Vishnu's chest, representing Lakshmi and devotees. So she is in ecstasy that I got a special boy who is black, who is blue, who is like a diamond, so shining, and who is like a lotus flower, so soft, and with thick curly hair and attractive bodily features. And all the Brahmana ladies are so happy, they are talking among themselves so joyfully. And one Brahmana lady then asked another Brahmana lady, "Hey, did you inform Nanda Maharaj?" They said, "No, I didn't inform." Nanda Maharaj early morning woke up and went to the fields. As a Vaishya, he is taking care of farming and cows. So Nanda Maharaj doesn't know Yashoda has given birth to a baby boy at night, because Yashoda Maiya was sleeping in the maternity room and he was sleeping in his own room. He got ready early morning and went for farming. So he doesn't know the boy has born. So the Brahmana ladies told one elderly Brahmana lady, "You go just now and inform the Maharaj, inform the king." So she went running with her bulky body in the fields. And Nanda Maharaj is there, and Upananda, his elder brother, is there, and his staff are there, and he's supervising the farming, and cows and calves are there. And she runs to go to Nanda Maharaj. And she wants to give the good news, but as a lady, she becomes very hesitant and shy how to speak to the king and give this news. So she doesn't speak to Nanda Maharaj. So there's a staff near Nanda Maharaj working in the field, and Nanda Maharaj is supervising that staff. And the lady speaks to the staff. What does she speak to the staff? He said, "Hey, Nanda ka chhora dekhne gaya kya nahi?" Which means, "Hey, did you go and see Nanda's son?" Chhora means son. Chhori means girl, daughter. In Vrindavan, they use chhora, chhori, boy, girl. Or lala, lali, boy, girl. Boy is called lala. Lala means darling. And girl, lali. Lali means darling. Girl, darling. Boy, darling, girl, darling. Said, "Nanda ka chhora dekhne gaya kya nahi? Did you go to see Nanda's boy?" As soon as Nanda Maharaj heard this, he understood a boy is born. He became so joyful in heart. For one moment, no voice was coming out of his throat. It got choked up, and his hairs were standing, and tears were gliding from his eyes, and his body was trembling, and he was perspiring. And he became so happy immediately. There was a diamond necklace he was wearing. He removed it and gifted it to the lady. And he started running towards the house. And he said, Upananda, I am going to the house. I am going to the house. And whatever cows and calves are there in the field, you gift it to the husband of this lady who brought this good news. And ask this lady, what does she want? Whatever she wants, you gift her. And Nanda Maharaj went to the house to see Krishna. And as he was running towards the house, he got very confused. Who is born? Boy or joy? Because he was feeling so joyful. That joy is born. And that's true. Krishna is nothing but joy. Chemical composition of Krishna's body is Sat, Chit, Anand. Anand means joy. Chit means knowledge, full of knowledge, and Sat means eternal. So Krishna's body is made of Anand. Krishna's body is made of joy. And when I come in contact with Krishna, I become joyful. So when we chant the holy name of Krishna, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is non-different from Krishna. So when we chant and hear, we become joyful. When we hear Srimad Bhagavatam, which is non-different from Krishna, we become joyful. When we go and take darshan of Krishna in the temple, we become joyful. When we serve Krishna and meet devotees, we become joyful. Any connection with Krishna, we become joyful. We become peaceful because we have a natural relationship with Krishna. Just like a child who cries, a baby who cries, if you put that baby in any woman's lap, he will not stop crying. But if you put the baby in mother's lap, the baby automatically stops crying, because there's a natural relationship between baby and mother, and baby identifies the lap of his mother. Even if you put the baby in some Miss Universe, very beautiful woman's lap, or in a woman's lap who is wearing lakhs of rupees of saris and ornaments, rich woman, he will not stop crying. But the baby will stop crying as soon as baby is in mother's lap, because baby has a natural connection with mother. In the same way, we have a natural connection with Krishna. As soon as we come in contact with Krishna through holy name, through Bhagavatam, or through darshan, or through prasadam, or kirtan, or service, or devotees, anyhow we come in connection with Krishna, we naturally become peaceful and joyful. And this is available to us 24 hours. 24 hours we can be connected to Krishna, and 24 hours we will be joyful. As soon as we stop our connection with Krishna, we come in contact with illusion, Maya, fruitive activities and sense gratification. And that is painful, that is struggle, that is dukhalayam ashashvatam, full of miseries. So the only way we can be happy is by being connected to Krishna. Krishna is a bundle of joy. Krishna is concentrated love and concentrated joy. And He is sitting in our heart. Right in the center, there is joy. But because we are not connected, we feel so unhappy and sad in the worldly experiences. So spiritual life means getting connected to Krishna in the heart. And as we discussed, the only way is ears. If you hear the holy name, that the holy name goes into the ears and goes into the heart, and then the soul is connected to Krishna. And that's the success of our life. That's the goal of our life, to get connected to Krishna. We have a loving, joyful relationship with Krishna, but we have forgotten that relationship. So our goal of life is to revive this relationship. And we revive this relationship by the process of bhakti as given by Srila Prabhupada, to wake up early morning. Early morning we take bath, apply tilak, wear washed clothes and attend Mangalarti. We pay obeisances to Krishna. And then Narsingha Arti, Tulsi Arti, and then we chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, then Shringar Arti, Guru Puja and Bhagavatam class. Every day we do this morning program, and we read Bhagavatam, and we offer bhoga and honor only prasadam, and we assist in the preaching activities. We serve in the temple and preaching, book distribution or whatever services. If you are earning member of the society, then part of our income we give to Krishna, to devotees, to cows. And in that way, we keep connected to Krishna. We revive our relationship with Krishna. We revive our love for Krishna. We receive Krishna Prem. And that's the success of life. We go back home, back to Godhead. So this great opportunity is available in this human form of life, to every day hear and chant and develop love for Krishna. So a serious practitioner should not miss this opportunity, should not waste very valuable human form and time in unwanted mundane affairs, greedy in earning and amassing objects and wealth or name and fame. That's useless. That's animal life. Human life is meant for tapasya. Human life is meant for serving Krishna and nothing else. So very carefully every day we should use our time in the service of Krishna under guidance of devotees. And in that way, gradually we progress step by step towards Krishna Prem. That's the success of our life. Okay, we will end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If there are any questions or comments, you may please ask. Yeah, any questions? Yeah, Nadia Chandrabu, devotees can unmute? Yeah, please go ahead.
Krishna.
Yeah, Venugopal.
Dandot Pranam, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Dandot Pranam.
Prabhuji, ever Nanda Maharaja and Yashoda Maya realized that Krishna is God?
Well, sometimes such information would enter their thought process, but very soon it will get erased and diluted, because their love was so heavy that this information would not stay with them. So Yog Maya would put a curtain on their knowledge, and Like when Yashoda Maya was receiving a complaint that Krishna ate mud, so eventually she saw in Krishna's mouth and she saw the whole universe. At that time she started thinking, maybe my son is Supreme Personality of Godhead. But then Yogmaya put a curtain and she thought, no, he's just my naughty son. So that information would not stay with them. Okay?
Okay. But Devaki Maya and Vasudeva always realized that Krishna is God, right?
Yeah, they knew that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and that will make their intimate love little bit dilute, because Devaki wanted to embrace Krishna, but she will hesitate that, oh, how can I embrace God? I should touch his feet. But with Yashoda, this will not happen. So her love will not get diluted.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Any more questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, like after Devaki and Prabhu, they had Krishna as their son after the many years of yoga and japa. But soon after he took birth, he got separated. So they did not get that childhood, activities to see and to see him as the son. And he got back after when he was young. So is this something is it karma, or why it happened?
So well, Devaki is also mother and Yashoda is also mother. But in terms of Vatsalya, Yashoda is higher. Yashoda is eternal mother of Krishna in Vrindavan. So Yashoda is more fortunate to receive this association of Krishna as a baby and a growing child doing naughty activities. So Devaki didn't have that fortune because her love, her Vatsalya was a bit diluted with knowledge. And Krishna cannot perform childhood pastimes with somebody who thinks that he is God, because that pastime will not occur in that way. Yashoda going and chastising Krishna and tying with rope Damodar, that all would not happen by Devaki, because she will think, how can I tie God? So that melo will not happen. So Yashoda was more qualified to have such pastimes. Devaki was not.
But though it was it was because of a Devaki Mata, she wanted Krishna to be his son, and they did, I think, 10,000 years of
Yes.
tapana. And after that, still after the birth, she could not get that the thing that she has to enjoy as a child.
Yeah, so she wanted Krishna as her son and she got that. But to have Krishna to have Krishna's childhood pastimes, that requires a more intense Vatsalya. Her Vatsalya was mixed with Aishwarya. See, there is Aishwarya Bhakti and Madhurya Bhakti. Aishwarya Bhakti means a bhakti in which Krishna is the object of worship as God and you are servant. Madhurya Bhakti means Krishna is an intimate friend, son or lover, and you are a devotee or friend or father, mother or girlfriend, like Radharani. So Devaki didn't have that Madhurya Bhakti exclusive. She had Aishwarya Bhakti. She would see Krishna with respect. And Yashoda had that Madhurya Bhakti of intimacy, Vatsalya. So Devaki had Vatsalya plus Aishwarya. And then Aishwarya would be an obstacle for full-fledged expression of Vatsalya, because she will not scold the boy, she will not tie him out, she will not correct him. So then that childhood pastimes doesn't work. So Devaki was qualified to be mother because of her penance. She got Krishna as a son, but she was not qualified to have that childhood pastime. Or I would say eligible.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, Amit. Next.
One more question, Prabhu. Like many devotees, they have a Laddu Gopalji Smurti. So when they have their Madhurya Bhakti and they do do little things, and they put them in the swing, and sometimes they take them out, and the different things. And other hand, if we say like is a supreme personality of Godhead, we should not do this or you should not do that. There's always a little confusion, like what should we do and what we should not do. Some people, they take them in the car, they take them in the airport or openly.
No, so if you have deities, we should serve the deity as a servant, not as Yashoda Maiya, that he is my son. We should offer respect and service as a servant. He is our supreme personality of Godhead master and we are his servant. So in that mood we should serve the deities. We should not artificially bring a mood of mother or wife or girlfriend or her friend. That should not artificially be brought. Proper rules should be followed to worship the deities.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay.
So that's not acceptable. Like when they have like small, Laddu Gopal statue, Murti, and they take them out, and sometimes it's not. They take them in the places that's that's not appropriate to take the deity.
No, it is not acceptable to have a mood other than a servant. It is fine, the deity can move out with proper deity worship regulations, and proper worship, proper food is offered to the deity and proper place is there. But going out and the deity is neglected, sitting on the table or the corner, and we are doing our own activities, that is not proper. Wherever deity is, the attention should be on the deity. Not that deity becomes my audience and I am dancing and deity is watching me. In a restaurant I am eating and the deity is watching me. That should not happen. Wherever the deity goes, the deity should be given proper attention.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Any more questions? Okay, if there are no more questions, we will end. Madhya Chandra Prabhu.
I had a common question. There's a general belief, especially in India, that Vishnu is the Supreme Lord and Krishna took avatar. Are you able to little bit background?
Yeah, so what happens is the universe is maintained by Vishnu, Shirodakshay Vishnu, who is also in our heart as Paramatma. And Krishna, he stays in the spiritual world. And all the incarnations, they come through Shirodakshay Vishnu, So once a while when Krishna comes, he also follows the pattern and he also comes through Shirodakshay Vishnu. But that doesn't mean Krishna is incarnation of Vishnu. Krishna is the origin and Vishnu is his expansion. And Krishna just came through Vishnu. Just like if a president of America comes to India, he will come through his embassy in India. There will be American embassy in Delhi and he will come through them. That doesn't mean he is under the embassy, he is above the embassy. So even though all the American citizens, when they come to India, they will be under the embassy, but he will be above the embassy. He is a lawmaker. In the same way, Krishna's embassy in the universe is Vishnu. And all the incarnations come through Vishnu. But Krishna personally, he is above Vishnu in terms of transcendental expansions. But he still comes through Vishnu as a pattern. So there is a general belief that Krishna is avatar of Vishnu. But if we technically see, then Krishna expands into Balaram, then Balaram expands into first Chaturvyu, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Anirudh. Then Sankarshan expands into second Chaturvyu, second Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Anirudh. So the second Sankarshan expands into Narayan, and Narayan expands into three Vishnu avatars, Purusha avatars, Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu and Shirodakshay Vishnu. So the Shirodakshay Vishnu is expansion of expansion of expansion of expansion of expansion of expansion of Krishna. But well, if one candle is burning, the other candle, finally both the candles are same after burning. So that's how we can equate Vishnu to Krishna. So there is a general belief like that because of this pattern. But technically speaking, Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Lord Vishnu is his expansion, who is maintaining the universe. Even Vishnu sometimes comes down to take darshan of Krishna because he's so beautiful. There's a pastime like that. Okay?
One last question.
Yeah, please.
Also, are you able to explain the role of Balramji?
Oh, yes. Yes. So, as I mentioned, that Balramji comes in the womb of Devaki first, and then he is transferred by Yogamaya to the womb of Rohini. So the reason Balramji comes in the womb of Devaki first rather than coming directly in the womb of Rohini is A, if he comes in the womb of Devaki, he'll be brother of Krishna officially. And second is Devaki had 6 sons who were in previous life 6 asuras. So their visit in the womb of Devaki contaminates Devaki's womb. So Balram comes to clean the womb and make the womb ready for Krishna's arrival. He puts a asan so that Krishna can sit there, and he puts a glass of water so that Krishna can drink water. Then he makes arrangement. Balramji's job is to make arrangement. In the same way, when we want to invite Krishna in our heart, we first need Balramji's blessings so that he can make our heart ready for Krishna to reside. That's why the bona fide spiritual master is representative of Balramji. And by the mercy and blessings of bona fide spiritual master, when we follow his instructions, we are ready to receive Krishna in our heart, in our life. So Balramji acts as a spiritual master, making the womb ready for Krishna's arrival, and later on he acts as Krishna's elder brother, performing together pastimes, including naughty pastimes and killing of asuras pastimes and other pastimes, as we read in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay? Any more questions?
Anyone else? Any more questions for Prabhu?
Sorry?
No, I was just asking anyone else any more questions for Prabhu.
Yeah. Okay, then we will end.
Yes, Prabhu. Yep.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
We'll see you next week, hopefully.
Yeah, sure. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.